Asha Sharma, the new boss of Xbox, just did something pretty interesting. She asked fans on X, should it be Xbox or Xbox in all caps? Fans voted, and Microsoft actually changed it the very next day. Most people probably thought it was no big deal, just some capitalization. But I'm telling you, that one move is smarter than it looks. By actually asking and then doing it, they're building real momentum and player trust. Xbox is getting people invested in what they're building. This was a total layup for Asha. It doesn't matter that much to the Xbox team if it's in all caps or not, but it matters a lot to the Xbox fans. Today I want to talk about how to listen to feedback, give people real ownership, and how to still protect those core pillars that make your game or your team special. There's a famous book called Influence by Robert Cialdini that talks about commitment and consistency. When people take a small public stand, like voting, they become way more invested and loyal. Path of Exile showed this in 2021, when they let players vote on a new Cyclone skill effect. Thousands voted, the winner got made, and those players felt like they actually helped build the game. So when fans want something small, don't hesitate, just do it. But at the same time, you have to protect your core pillars. Look at Subnautica 2 right now. Some of the fans are pushing hard for weapons. This is a core pillar for them, peaceful exploration and living in harmony with the ocean instead of conquering it. One of the devs said recently it's going to keep coming up, but we're standing firm. Path of Exile's Chris Wilson just made a great video on this. He said that players are fantastic at telling you what feels bad, but they're not usually that good at proposing solutions because they don't see the whole picture. They don't know your core pillars. That's your job as the developer. The same philosophy applies even more to your own team. You have to protect the core values or pillars of the studio and the game while also giving as much ownership as possible to the team. When I was a producer, I was working on a game and there was a bug. I had a proposed solution, and then a tester came to me with his own idea. And it was just as good as mine, maybe even a little better. So I went with his. Not because it was dramatically better or technically better, but because I wanted him to feel real ownership. That kind of move creates a feedback loop where everyone starts caring more.
Of the sky, but with modern air shipping comes modern air pirates, the scourge of the sky.
Jordan, the game director on Crimson Skies, took it even further. When he was creating the manual, he put the team's names all over the ads. McCoy Aircraft, Kimmick Bail Bonds, but the one that made me laugh the loudest was Friars Flyers. I was easily the worst pilot on the team, verified in real life by the glider gnome. Seeing that joke in the official manual cracked me up. It was pure team lore right there in print. It happened again when I joined the Xbox ATG team. Leadership wanted a good name for our big external developer event, the one where we'd share technical details and best practices with our game developers. I suggested XFest because it had an X and it was combined with festival. It sounded like something fun. Well, they went with it, and it lasted for over a decade. And every single time someone would say to me, "I'll see you at XFest," it really made me happy because I felt like I had actually helped shape the culture instead of just executing on someone else's vision. Xbox is applying this same mindset to players now, too. They just launched Player Voice. It's a new system where players can submit feedback and then actually track what happens to it. And they've already made their first change based on these requests. Playtime now shows in total hours instead of days. That was one of the most popular requests, and they shipped it fast. At the same time, there's a balance. Asha Sharma recently sent an internal memo to the Xbox team where she was very honest. She said they're building a stronger Xbox, and that means making hard choices about what they build and where they invest going forward. When I read this, I immediately saw someone who's thinking both about the big pillars and the small moves. Xbox isn't in a good state. They have a long way to go to get back their fans, and it's going to be a tough road. But she seems to understand that. Look, it's easy to invest in your team and your fans, but it requires listening, right? It requires thinking about them and sometimes actually setting your own ego aside. And the leaders who do this well, the ones like Jordan, people will run through brick walls for them. The big ego leaders, not so much. They eventually lose their best people. At the end of the day, if you want players and your team to care deeply, give them real ways to feel invested. Start small. Listen on the low-hanging fruit. Protect what matters and set your ego aside. You'll be amazed how fast that builds real passion and loyalty. And that's how great games and great teams are actually built. The Xbox team is making some small but smart moves to start winning back fans, and I can't wait to see what they do next.
But your reputation right now in like this climate is everything. So many people are suffering from fatigue, from like feeling like they're not being listened to feeling like they're being abandoned, to feeling like they're being people just putting stuff out because they know you'll buy it, and then they don't change anything, they don't listen to anything, they just put out another thing and you'll keep buying it. That's not working anymore. It doesn't work the way it used to. And the thing that is working is genuinely making good things, and also being communicative with your audience and understanding what makes those things good by talking to your audience. So it's important.